everyone, it's Maki here. The new promotional video for Gundam REQUIEM for Vengeance has been released. It's a computer graphics anime that will be available on Netflix. A total of 6 episodes will be released. It's a work that depicts the era when the original Gundam was active. The story is set in the Universal Century 0079, where the battle takes place. It's about the battle between the army of the Principality of Siam, which started the War of Independence, and the forces of the Earth Federation. What kind of story will it be? Are you ready for the mission? You're about to disembark from the garbage attack carrier. Please break through the intense anti-aircraft fire and help your allies. Press the subscribe button to begin your descent. 6 a.m. Let's watch the promotional video. At the beginning of the video, a soldier grumbles, "Why are we fighting over a lump of rock?" On the European front, there's a mine under the jurisdiction of Colonel Magp. This is a very important phrase. The rich mineral resources are crucial for the continuation of the war. However, the importance of this does not seem to have been communicated to the soldiers fighting on the front lines. Magp is quoted in the story of the original Gundam as saying, "The Zeon forces can continue to fight for another 10 years. This statement was indeed true. Even in the era of Gundam Unicorn, which is set in Universal Century 0096, the Zeon forces are at war. The Zeon forces continue to be at war even during the era of Gundam Formula 90, which is set in Universal Century 0115 and 0122. The battle on the European front strongly influences the later eras. However, the interpretation of Colonel Magp's statement that the Zeon forces can continue to fight for another 10 years is often disputed. Looking at the activities of the Zeon forces in Gundam Formula 90, it is clear that the Zeon forces have been able to continue waging war for over 40 years. However, the battles depicted in Shell's counterattack, Gundam Unicorn and Gundam Formula 90 are all on a small scale, compared to the large-scale invasion of the entire Earth. In 0079, they are much smaller in scale. Some fans interpret Magp's words as a desperate excuse. Indeed, it may be true that it was not possible to secure enough resources to sustain a large-scale war for another 10 years. A woman, presumably the protagonist Solari, speaks, "We fight because we are ordered to." Zeon soldiers are seen walking with a flag raised. A tank named Magp attack moves ahead of the soldiers. The European front eventually ends with the Earth Federation forces winning and the Zeon forces retreating. The focus on the soldiers proudly raising their flags suggests that this footage may be from when the Zeon forces were dominant. The marching soldiers do not appear to be injured. However, a large explosion occurs in front of them. Could this be an attack by Earth Federation forces? A tank appears from the front. Observing the diagonally positioned part at the front of the vehicle, it's probably a Type 61 tank. After showing the attacked soldiers, the scene changes. An angry voice says, "Launch the mobile suits now." Maybe it's above the marching soldiers. Maybe they are trying to launch mobile suits to support their attacked comrades. This is where the garbage attack carrier comes into play. It can carry mobile suits and is equipped with powerful beam cannons. A computer-generated soldier appears. Compared to previous works like Gundam Evolve and MSEGRU, you can feel a significant advancement in technology. And then the Zaku activates. Based on information from the recently released plastic model kit, this Zaku appears to be piloted by the protagonist, Solari. The mobile suit unit descends amidst anti-aircraft fire. Using parachutes, the descending Zaku is attacked by fighter planes of the Earth Federation forces. In this era, the main weapons of the Earth Federation forces are antiquated tanks and fighter planes, which are much bigger than the mobile suit, the Zaku. As a result, they attack with all their might at moments of vulnerability, such as during descents. However, even during descent, the Zaku is not completely defenseless. In another scene, some form of attack hits an anti-aircraft gun emplacement, causing it to explode. The humanoid form of the Zaku, unlike tanks and fighters, allows for flexible offensive actions. The Zaku fires a machine gun in mid-air, causing a fighter to explode. A red-painted Zaku lands on the ground. The Red Wolf Squad has arrived to support their allies. The Red Wolf Squad appears to be a unit that destroyed 3 warships during the battle known as the Battle of Alaun. Apparently, destroying 3 warships as a unit is considered a significant military achievement. It's unclear whether the soldier discussing the Red Wolf Squad's accomplishments is from the Zeon forces or the Earth Federation forces. At least among the soldiers, it seems to be recognized as a significant achievement. Shara's naval, who appeared in the original Gundam, destroyed 5 warships on his own during the Battle of Alaun. Fans would have been reminded of Shara's presence by the mention of the Battle of Alaun and the destruction of warships. The protagonist's name appears to be Solari. A soldier, visibly excited, talks about seeing a Zaku for the first time. It's a symbolic mobile suit for the Zeon forces, but it's considered a valuable weapon within the entire military. The element that the Zeon forces do not have the military strength to dominate the entire Earth is often mentioned in the Gundam series. The existence of frontline soldiers who have rarely seen a Zaku reflect such elements. The Zeon forces will break free from the control of the Earth Federation, proclaims one commander forcefully. However, some of the frontline soldiers are seeing a Zaku for the first time. This is shown as a very contrasting existence. Next up is the Zaku Tank. This is a locally modified Zaku, repaired with tank parts for the lower half, made from damaged sockets. It's difficult to repair a Zaku to its complete state, so this mobile suit is forcibly made operational, using available parts again. Its existence contrasts with the words of commanders who believe in victory. Solari appears, talking to a subordinate. Does the captain have any concerns? Solari says, I have a bad feeling. The next scene shows a clock. The hands of the clock move, a buzzer sounds, and an explosion occurs. Could it be an attack by Earth Federation forces? The upper part of the Magp attack tank detaches and flies. This flying part is called the Magp top. Among fans, it's a weapon that is jokingly discussed as completely incomprehensible how it manages to fly. Recently, documents often state that the shooting accuracy during flight is extremely low, and the possible flight duration is only about 5 minutes. In this promotional video, it is destroyed shortly after taking off. Then a Gundam appears in front of Solari. Solari is shaken by the sight of a mobile suit that should only exist within the Zeon forces. This is the beginning of the counterattack of the Earth Federation forces. If you look closely, the beam rifle seems to glow blue. Could there be a hidden mechanism? The scene switches to the Earth Federation forces type. 61 tank firing. The attacked Zaku Tank and the Solari with a weapon appear. It seems they are indeed receiving a counterattack from the Earth Federation forces. The scene changes as the Gundam appears. A male voice says there was no need to kill. Solari appears and replies, "This is war, teacher." Does this mean that Solari took someone's life and is resented for it? In the original Gundam, there was a plot involving Zeon spies hiding among the Earth Federation forces. MSEQ also had a female protagonist who was tormented by a spy. A fighter plane tries to attack the Gundam, which prepares its beam saber. Did it lose its ranged weapons? The scene cuts to Solari talking with other Zeon soldiers. As Solari aims a weapon, a young man claiming to be a doctor begs them not to attack. Are they reuniting with their comrades in the chaos of the battlefield? It's possible that the Red Wolf squad has been destroyed. A gulf appears at the end of the promotional video. Compared to the Zaku, the gulf is a much more powerful mobile suit. Often mistaken for a mobile suit, with only minor differences from the Zaku, it is actually a very powerful new model. The Gulf is equipped with a Gatling gun, which was introduced in the 8th MS team. This Gatling gun is very popular, and there are scenes of the Gizuru equipped with it in Gundam Unicorn. The promotional video ends with Solari yelling Zaku to launch at the Gundam standing in the flames. Now, what does revenge refer to? Is it about someone known as Teacher taking revenge on Solari? Or does it refer to the Earth Federation forces launching a major counteroffensive after being trampled by the Zeon forces? Or is it Solari seeking revenge on the Gundam for destroying the members of the Red Wolf squad? Or could it be that several acts of revenge are intricately intertwined within the story? Let's look forward to the anime with advanced computer graphics. See you in the next episode.